Hi, my name is Rick Sanchez. I'm with a company called Tractor Tip, and what we have for sale here is a Koblelco SK210. This is a Mark 8 Acera series. We're going to talk a little bit about the mechanics of this particular machine in the first clip, the operating specs in the second. We'll run it in the third. Price on a new machine like this, equipped like it is, probably about $150,000. This machine has got 7,867 hours on it. As far as manufacturers go, Koblelco's really making their mark these days. I mean, they've penetrated the market, and it seems like every other excavator is a Koblelco. This particular machine weighs 47,800 pounds. The widest point is 10'6". That's those tracks right there. The highest point is actually when it's in transport profile is the top of the cab, which is 9 foot 9 inches. The transportation length when this stick and boom are tucked in with a bucket and transport profile is 32 feet. Comparable machines are like a Komatsu PC200 or a Cat 320 or maybe a John Deere 200. As far as the history of this particular unit goes, like most of the machines we purchase, it's an original owner Dallas, Texas machine. It's got no rust. I mean, you can see this here, but it's not pervasive. It's just where the paint's rubbed off and a little bit of oxidation has happened. But we don't get rust here. We're far enough south and 300 miles from the ocean, so the only salt we see is the salt on our kitchen tables. This machine comes from a large, well-organized contractor here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area that had a comprehensive maintenance program. They rival some of the best I've seen. The equipment manager's been a good friend of mine for years, and he actually worked for several of the dealerships before he went to work for this construction company, and he's in charge of their maintenance, and he has everything on a really good schedule. This isn't the first machine we bought from him. We've been happy with all the machines that we bought from these guys, and it should be said that before I buy any machine, I have my mechanics check it out first. And before I write a check for it, I go out and check it out myself. As far as options go, you can see this machine has got a quick coupler. It's got auxiliary hydraulics for a breaker. It's got dedicated hydraulics for the quick coupler. It's obviously an enclosed cab machine, all the glass is in it. Show you guys this. This is a huge battery or utility box. I guess it's not really a battery box, but that's where a lot of manufacturers keep their batteries. Koblelco's got a utility box. There's your swing motor there, your hydraulic pump. This machine has got a Koblelco S4G 9684E engine. It's a 98-gallon fuel tank, which will run you 12 to 15 hours of work depending on your application. The fluid levels on this machine are where they should be. This machine is mechanically sound. There's no leaks on it anywhere. Everything works. The undercarriage is about 85%. You can show them under there. We just had a fit of rain here the last couple of days, so it might be a little muddy for you to see. But the final drives have got plenty of power. This machine can counter rotate with no problem. Maybe show them the other side there. The hydraulics are strong. Oh, here's another option, is this catwalk here. That protects the channeling on the underside of the machine. There's no cracks or welds anywhere in the work equipment. All of the pins and the bushings are relatively tight. I don't know if you can see that very well. As far as the bucket goes, those teeth are 100%. That bucket is a 36-inch bucket. It's probably I don't know, maybe a 3/4 yard heap, maybe a 1/2 yard struck. The maximum dig depth for this machine is 24 feet. So maximum reach at ground level is 33.5 feet. And the maximum dig height is 32 feet. The breakout for this machine is pretty impressive. It's 30,000 pounds, and the maximum lifting capacity, that's with the bucket, 15 foot out from the center of the tracks from the front, is 23,000 pounds. I'll show you the cab and then we'll run it in the next clip. So this is the inside of the cab. You can see there. Seat's in pretty good condition. It does have a little rip here, but that's your quick coupler right there. I'll show you that here in a minute. There's a bit of a glare here. So here's your different modes. See, this machine, you can actually set up the flow rate for a crusher or a shear. It's got a flow rate. You can set up the flow rate for your breaker. This has got single direction, dual direction, and bifunctional hydraulics, which is pretty cool. You can run anything on this machine. So this is your travel mode. It goes from rabbit to anyway, the gauges work. Your AC blows ice cold. You can't, obviously you can't feel that, but your AC blows nice and cold, and your heater works fine too. Here's your work lamps, your throttle control, ignition switch. This is your radio here. There's some speakers back there. This outlet right here, I'm not sure that's a 12-volt outlet. That one is, so I wouldn't plug your phone into that one. The way this coupler works, actually I'll show that to you later. So anyway, this is the cab. Okay, to open this, you just, can you see that over there? That's open, and then to close it, you hit this switch to on. I'm going to show you how to open it again, because it's you got to hit this down, you hold this button here, and then you stroke this Then to close it, you turn it on and it'll actually gravitate, but if you want to make it go a little faster, so that's how you disconnect the bucket. We're going to run it in the next clip.
I'd like to say is I'm familiar with Cat, Komatsu, Koblelco, John Deere, Hitachi, Daewoo, Hyundai. I'm familiar with all excavators, and I got to tell you that this machine is probably one of the fastest that I've, as far as a 200 class machine that I've ever operated.